Ladies and gentlemen, let me share with you the peculiar case of what became known as the Silent Witness, a mystery that left even the most seasoned detectives scratching their heads. In the heart of the city's artistic quarter, Marcus Reynolds, one of the world's most notorious art forgers, was found dead in his studio. Now, this wasn't just any studio. Reynolds had transformed it into an impenetrable fortress. The walls were layered with professional soundproofing, thick enough to muffle a rock concert, and the only way in or out was through a heavy steel door that would make a bank vault jealous. The scene was as puzzling as the man himself. Reynolds lay there, struck down by a single bullet from a high-powered vintage hunting rifle, straight through the heart. A clean shot, precise and deadly. But here's where things get interesting. Not a single soul in the neighboring buildings heard a thing. Not one gunshot. Not one sound of struggle. Nothing. The steel door, bolted from the inside. The windows, sealed tight. It was as if we were looking at an impossible crime scene. The old hunting rifle stood there, almost mockingly, leaning against the wall. No silencer, no modifications, just a classic piece that should have roared like thunder. In that enclosed space, but it was Reynolds' hands that told the most intriguing part of the story. They were covered in a fine, iridescent dust, the kind commonly used in art restoration. This peculiar detail suggested he was working right up until his final moments. The same dust was found on the rifle's trigger, leaving a glittering trail of evidence that seemed to whisper the truth. The pieces started falling into place. Reynolds, the master forger, alone in his soundproof sanctuary, working on what would be his final piece. The rifle within reach, the dust on his hands transferred to the weapon. All signs pointing to a tragic end, yet something about this case still haunts me. Perhaps it's the poetic justice of it all. A man who spent his life creating perfect illusions, orchestrating his final exit with the same meticulous attention to detail. The studio itself became his last masterpiece, a sealed room where the only witness was silence itself. Sometimes, I wonder if we'll ever know what truly drove him to such desperate measures. Was it the weight of his deceptions finally becoming too heavy to bear? Or was there something else? Something we're all still missing. The silent witness keeps its secrets, leaving us with nothing but questions and the haunting echo of a gunshot that nobody heard.